So, real estate, real estate, real estate. Should people be investing in real estate in Nigeria? Or in Lagos? Or in Nigeria, in Africa? So, immigrants who are currently in diaspora and they're looking to, probably invest back home, build Africa. Should they be investing in real estate? Because there seems to be a lot of noise around it online. All these beautiful buildings with heavy price tags. What's your thought?
It also depends on the reason of investment. If it's to hide money like the politicians, then that is what they want to do. But if you feel that you don't have a piece of land, you don't want to go through the hurdle of having a piece of land, then there's already a place available you can just buy genuinely without any headache. If that is what you want to do, fine. But how much is the cost of land?
Yeah.
You know, how much is the cost of land? Especially if you in contrast to Dubai, America, and other part of the world. So how much is the cost of land that you are investing in a place where the value
does not match the price?
Does not match the price.
But also, how do they value? How is land valued? How is real estate valued back home? Because we hear all this. There's a high return on investment. How is it done to guarantee what people are investing that they will make their money back?
Which people?
Immigrants here.
Investing where?
Yeah, immigrants that are working so hard and trying to make sure that their money goes a long way, and they are investing that money in real estates back home.
You sure they're investing, or they want to tell their friend that they have land back home? Some people are very cunning. They're very colorful. They go to Instagram and then they just do it without any financial motive, because it's a long-term investment. But they will tell them that the house they bought today, when they sell it tomorrow, is in Nigeria. It's true.
In 2 years' time.
In fact, tomorrow somebody can call. There's no price tag.
You just plug the number.
You just plug the number. Then it's like pricing Gary. A person can pay. That's how the place is.
Yes.
But here you have a land there that you be paying a house, the mortgage. They pay land rate $250 a year.
Yeah.
£250 a year, right? But in Nigeria, you buy a land of almost, some go to 800 million, by a billion. So tell me how much it take you to buy material to build on that land.
True. How much is cement? How much do you mold blocks?
Even the skeletal side part of the house will not even reach, will not be up to that amount that you bought the land with. Then talk of the fixtures like WC and all the like. Yeah, automatic door will not be more than £20. Small CCTV. Go to Amazon. A POP, how much is bag of POP cement? Then they will just con them because they want to price it to them in dollars.
Yes.
To add value, they'll tell them this thing. But if you tell a person in Nigeria this money is 500,000 naira, the eye will open. If you tell the person the same thing is $1,000, you say it's okay. You think that $1,000. Imagine when I was told by those people to get that license. They say $1,000.
Yeah.
At that time it was 1.8 million naira, right? But I now said, what is it in naira? Let me pay, because I need a certificate in Nigeria. But now you're telling me it's $1,000. So that's, will we accept naira? Say yes. They now calculated the money equivalent in naira, be 1.8, right? And now paid through a bank. But I got the same certificate. But when they put it in dollar, they make it look small.
Yes.
You get the idea?
It sounds small to the ear.
To the ear, say, 1,000. It's $1,000.
Dollars.
Then at the end of the day, to them, when they say 1.8 million, if you call it to a Nigerian person, Nigerian will become big.
It's a lot of money.
A lot of money, 1.8. But when they narrow it to 1,000, that is how they put value to deceive you to the value of the worth of what you are paying for.
Yeah.
So even if I needed a certificate, because of the volume of the business, that even in one order I can get times 10 or something, every times 100 of that 1,000 that I paid. It doesn't make sense why they are pricing it on the dollar.
Rather than naira. Yeah.
They will tell you because they want to make the currency stable. But next year now they say renewal is $500. $500.
Yeah, but I think the reason why a lot of those in diaspora are working hard and putting money into these real estate is, I think, the challenge that comes with buying a house, buying a land legitimately in Nigeria or in Africa is it's a very big one. The challenge is almost a turn off for a lot of people. So they feel that property developers have already done that homework of securing the land and then building something on top. So they just want to buy the house or buy the real estate, either do it for business, use it for business, Airbnb, or somewhere to stay when they go home as well. But the problems that is beginning to come out or that is ensuing in recent times is, look at that news we heard the other day where most of the properties have been marked for demolition, to somewhere even being demolished on national TV. You kind of think, should people still be investing in real estate as time is going by?
So in the UK,
Yes.
In 2021, the value of farmland in the UK rose to 9,700 per acre.
Okay.
Per acre. So imagine acre in square meter, 9,000. If you take 9,000 now to the value of current rate in naira, is acre 18 million in value of naira, right? Acre. But square meter is now 72 square meter. It's almost 900 million. There's no way you can build 900 million with all the material to put a house in that place. So does it make sense? Where after building a house in the UK, you pay land rate of 250 pounds or so every year per year to the government. You go to some places, they will sell a land for you. Ridiculous amount of price. You know why? Politicians, they own the juicy land in Nigeria. They are the owner of the juicy land. They own the hotels. They will tell you, and you know how they get the land. They will come and say the government then wants to build a social facilities in the area, maybe a hospital, school. Then the villagers, then maybe they are close to the city, will now point. They just stretch their hand that they give them all this place for that purpose. Then they will hold it. They will not put a signboard. This land belongs to. Sometimes it's on land. This land belongs to Nigerian Navy. In Nigeria, you see this land belongs to Nigerian Army in Nigeria. They'll leave the land there for years until it starts coming
to the time when they need it.
To the time when development will not be coming there, because once it'll be a bush, but once it's a marked that they want to use this place, people of the community will start coming to build their houses right to the place. You now see that the land, they start selling it millions of naira later. Now it's only Nigeria where they add value with their mouth. It's like going to buy okra or fish. The first person will tell you 2 fish. He will look at your face. He say 6,000 naira. Then you'll be haggling. You haggle and say, okay, give me 4. All of a sudden, the other 2,000, nobody know where the 2,000 went.
You beat it down now, that's why.
That is the way they sell these alarms.
Yes.
There's no value to it. You cannot tell me a house in the UK that they will tell you, if you go to land registry, the house has been on this land for the past 300 years. And it has, for that 300 years, nowadays, some of the houses only have acquired equity, not less than the whole house, say 400,000. And they'll tell you in the land registry, this house will be staying there for 200. Even when they started this leasehold house sales by the government in the early 80s or late 70s, calculate it now, it makes sense that exchange rate, bank activities is what gives equity to those to the property. It gives it value in turn. What gives Nigeria on?
We don't know. We really don't know.
Is it? Somebody will just come and just put fake light. All they have to do is POP, buy WC. They will tell you the WC from China. What about the skeleton of the house?
I know.
It's the wood from Nigeria used. Dangote cement.
They're charging for the foreign cooker, foreign microwave, foreign sofa.
Substandard, which foreign?
Well, it's still foreign.
So once they tell them foreign, then they will price it in dollar.
Yes.
But you pay Naira equivalent.
Yeah. People need to be very careful what they're putting their money into. They need to.
Those houses will never have substantial value. They will keep putting mouth in it. That is why it's only them that live there. It's only the Nigerians that lives in those places.
Yeah, foreigners can't.
Because they are wise enough. You can't scam foreigners.
Yeah, foreigners can't come and buy in an unregulated market. No way.
They rather build. My friends, the foreign ones, the white ones in Nigeria, they build where they live in. That is their office. They don't travel far.
Yes. So it's easily accessible.
It's easily accessible. They don't travel far. You can't see them. The only time you see them coming on maybe weekend, they come with escort is because they are going to have a meal. Either with client or they are normal people.
Family.
But they try to live in the same place so that for security reasons, it doesn't give them much travel time.
Also, they cut out the unnecessary traffic.
Unnecessary traffic too. Yeah. That's why you see they live in certain areas. Most of the places they live in, they live up above
their offices.
Smart
move. Absolute smart move.